Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be critiquing your online product photos, okay? So if it sounds of interest to you, stick around. And if you're new around here, welcome. My name is Dalia, the Handmade Mastermind, where I help people bring traffic to their online websites, help them excel in their business, and just overall help them with their online shop, okay? And if this sounds of interest to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notifications bell so you receive notifications when I put up new videos. Okay, so let's get started. I recently posted on Twitter, go ahead and send me your shop links because I'm going to do online photo critiques. And so I said I was going to be very honest. So of course, proceed with caution, right? If you didn't want to hear honest truth about your photos, and then go ahead and post it. But I got some responses, a few shops, and I'm going to go ahead and critique these photos here. And if you want me to critique your shop, comment down below this video, and I'll probably do it for the next round. And the purpose of this video is to go through these online photos and critique them and give you several points that will help you improve these photos, regardless if this is yours or not, you know, and that will give you an idea of how to improve your own photos. I will show you what's wrong with them and technically how you could improve them. Okay, so let's get started. Again, I sent out a tweet not too long ago and I received some people's shop links. So I'm gonna go ahead and type them in here and we're gonna look through their shop. Again, they know I'm gonna be 100% honest, you know, and I'm not gonna hold back. The first website on Etsy, and again, I could critique websites, I could critique Etsy shops, wherever, but this one happens to be Etsy shop. It's called The Geek Forge, okay? And they sell geek accessories and fashion from comics to video games, okay? And so simply I'm going to go ahead and go directly into the photos. Again, I'm being very honest as I'm talking to a friend, okay? So if this is your shop, or anybody's shop I'm gonna critique, I apologize. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. Oh, by the way, it looks like she has the new Etsy, where you could change like the photos on, you know, the photos that you could highlight, you know, because I can see it's different. I immediately look at the photos and I'm not a fan, like at all. At all. So let's get started into seeing why. And if yours looks like anything like this, you can see how you could improve. I don't even know what's happening here. What is this? It's a prop, it looks like. Magic light. Okay, so here's the problem with this photo. It's too busy, as you could see. And even if it was busy, there's no contrasting colors. There's red back here, there's red over here. I mean, it's really a bad photo in terms of it standing out in contrast. Okay, there's a few elements I look for to make it really stand out. The background is way too busy. It's not even really a background. It's just the person in their studio. Now listen, if you had a cool studio, because obviously you're making geeky type of costumes and things like that, I would be fine with it. This is not hitting it, okay? There's also a yellowish tint to this photo. That's not actually the worst part of it, but I showed you in a previous video, and I'm gonna link it down below for you guys, how to improve your photography editing skills and how to remove this yellowish tint, okay? So that's the major problem with this. This looks like an obvious fake white background. You know, I commend her on trying to, you know, make the white background happen. And I'm not saying she won't sell the shirt because the white background has been butchered, but there has to be natural shadows to your items. Not harsh shadows, which could be done with direct sunlight, but there has to be some natural shadows to make it a more attractive photo. I know this is obviously a shirt, but it's completely wrong. I mean, the white background makes it seem like it was a really bright photo, but the actual shirt does not match in highlight or in shadow. You could tell that these are two separate elements, and I'm not completely against that. It just doesn't work here. Looking at this photo right here, let me zoom in here, guys. Again, the background, no. And I think I don't have to even explain myself, but busy background, not professional. By the way, if you look at this, it's a very beautiful dress. It's kind of grainy, this photo, so I'm not sure how this person's taking their photos, but no. You need a better background. And so for me, these are costumes. I'd probably have them modeled on a person. And if you can't have a model on a person, which by the way is not always an option, I get that. This one happens to be Halloween type of, like I said, cosplay items. I'd probably put them, yes, on a mannequin, but the background's really important. I don't have the answer for her right now, but I'd probably recommend, like I do recommend in the video I posted down below, is to do some research to see what the most popular cosplay costume type of sellers do when they don't have models. Are they taking the background on, mystical looking background, or I don't know, but it's important to understand what's the most attractive, okay? And you could get your own opinion by looking through photos online and seeing what's you're most attracted to, or just asking people. But this is one of the biggest reasons why this doesn't work. Let's go back. Let's go to a few others. This one, hold on, is this cut off? Okay, so it says F Society. It's cropped. So in the view of Etsy, it's cropped in too much. She might tell me, Dalia, I didn't crop it in at all. This is how it was. Here's why. When your photo crops in this way, guys, you can see I'm making a horizontal kind of movement, crops in. That means, and you can see her photo here, her photo was not tall enough, okay? Well, she might say, well, Dalia, it's not tall enough because I obviously have a very horizontal item. And I understand that, but there's a few different ways to make this work without having to crop it so horizontally. And that's why it's cut on the view. You see it's cut off here. It's not really attractive. Her whites are technically yellowish, so there could be some fixing over there. I'd probably like to see this on a maybe a different background, but I'm not completely mad at the white background. Just fix the white background, fix the crop. I probably want to see this somewhere in context where the person would actually use it. Where do people use patches? On their clothing, on their backpacks, wherever. I probably want to see that, but again, simplify it so then this, iron-on patch stands out, okay? Let's continue looking and I'll move on to the next shop. So this says these are leggings, but I can't tell they're leggings. And now if I'm searching for leggings and I find this in, the results, I may not want to click on it. Yes, I understand that's the pattern, but the bigger issue here is I don't know how it's going to look like on me. And when it comes to patterns, it's pretty important, okay? So I know, again, it's not, it's not the easiest thing to get people to model leggings for you, but I would say it's pretty important to either get that done or a mock-up. Okay, you're gonna hear me talk about mock-ups often, not too often, but often enough, and where you can learn a little photoshopping skills. It's not that hard. There's a lot of free tutorials online. And you can figure out how to put this on there, okay? This itself, it just doesn't scream leggings. It doesn't want me to purchase it. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see it paired with something really cute so I know it works, okay? Otherwise, this was like, is this kids leggings? It says women's leggings. It doesn't really feel like women's leggings, but again, I might not understand the geek type of market. Now, and here's a pair of leggings being modeled, right? So the quality, absolutely horrible, right? You can see it's grainy. Most times the model shouldn't look at the camera. In fact, if you could kind of, have it look away, like we don't want to see, like really connect with the model. I know that sounds creepy, but we don't, and that's better when it comes to photo. I like the simple top, but there should really be a focus on the legs. Again, my recommendation is look online for legging photos of professional companies. See the models' poses, see their backgrounds, all that stuff, and do a better job. Again, I don't know what the camera quality you're using here, but most cameras, most phones, guys, sorry for my scotch tape, can really do a pretty decent job. So there's no excuse for this quality. The leggings here are a little loose, and I'm not sure if that's the intention. If so, fine, but I can't see the quality as well as I should. White background, again, where's the natural, shadows? It doesn't quite match. Stark white with see the shadows here on her face? I could tell it's not really an attractive photo, okay? Let's move on. Let's go into these ties. You see this really odd shadow and it's yellow. Again, some color correcting may do this some good. I could tell it's a tie. SEO, by the way, we're not talking about SEO today, but this is horrible SEO, okay? The Geek Forge, the owner of the Geek Forge, please brush up on your SEO. If maybe you left this one out, I don't know, but if you don't have my SEO webinar, highly recommend it. Sorry, shameless plug, but it's absolutely necessary because this is unacceptable. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I just said it. The yellow has to be corrected. I think you could have done a better job at showing the tie. It's really just a little bit, but I can see your second photos. This is very, very blurry. Immediately I see that. This is a nice photo. The shadow is off. You can see there's a shadow in the corner, unprofessional. And I worry, you know, I'm not saying that you're going to have unprofessional work, but you never know what goes through somebody's mind. You know, everything you could control, control it. Okay. And meaning if you could control professional photos, do it. So then people don't assume that you're not professional in your sewing skills either. I do like the idea of showing that flip side. Okay. I'm gonna move on to the second shop, because I don't want to take too much of your time. So the second shop, let's see here. Sarah Finn Design, I believe. Yeah, Sarah Finn Design. Again, she posted on the reply to Twitter. Ooh, immediately, I love it. It looks professional, bright, colorful. She obviously sells paper goods, digital and printed invitations for memorable events. I immediately get that for a few reasons. One, look at that beautiful banner, and on the left-hand side, you can see she pretty much types out what she sells. Love it. Okay, let's continue. Her photos, I merely am attracted to them. I can see some of them are stock photos, and I'm actually okay with that. They're done right. Some people do stock photos really, really wrong. One, they either make their own and the lighting is completely horrible. It makes me cringe. Not that those people don't sell, they actually do, but how come you're not better, right? But these look really good. My only issue with this one is your whites are too white compared to your white background. But I'm not losing sleep over that. I do like that you have, you know, if you have a set of something, you're showing it within it. I feel like even the backgrounds that are stylized, they're not competing too much with, you know, your actual main product. I think it works extremely, extremely well. By the way, you have beautiful designs, so that's always a plus. And you know what? Even the previous store might have had some beautiful designs, but it's very hard to tell. Sometimes people get bogged down by a horrible photo, you know, and they actually sell some really great designs. So I immediately am very, very drawn to this shop, the designs, you know, the photos itself. But let's go ahead and take a look at a few different photos to make sure her second, third, and fourth photos are kind of like, you know, matching. I like that she used the zoom in feature, the cropped in feature, on Etsy to really focus on the item. And then of course, when you click on it, it's a little bit better. Okay. You can see a little bit more. Okay, so it looks like Ellie is turning 5. I recommend for everybody, if you're doing additional photos of the same item, to change names, to change, you know, numbers, to make it different, to show people the options. Now, of course, people know they could change the name on there. It's irrelevant. Show people how different names look. I know this sounds silly, but believe me, it works, okay? Obviously using very popular names for that time. And of course, matching sign available. I absolutely love that. This one is like a sign for, I guess, Haley's birthday. That's cool. Matching labels available. But the question is, how do I get them? Ooh, matching tags available. Love it. She really thought of a lot of things that the customer wants. How do I get those items? Let's take a look. The matching items, I click on this link. Let's see it. Aha, perfect. I love the way that she did this. She obviously knows that each of her items have the name Mermaid Narwhal. Is that how you say it? In the titles or tags, and by searching for it and linking to that result, which I love that she shortened it by going to bit.ly and putting that large link in, she was able to give this really funky long URL a shorter one and then show people here are all the matching. Absolutely love your execution on that, and I absolutely love the photos of all these. It's in context, people understand it. You know, it's attractive. Again, I'm only doing, you know, shop critiques, critiques on photos, not everything else, but I think you're doing a fantastic job. The lighting's a little here off because it's a stark white background, but again, I'm not really losing sleep over it. Let me look at a few more things. This is obviously inconsistent with your photos, but I'm not losing sleep over it because everything else really, really works well. I could tell that she used some stock photos here, but they are just beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next person. See if we get some more feedback on some more shop photos. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, good idea. Okay, this person has a shop called Oh Good Idea, and her banner, to be honest with you, is not really a photo, but it is something. It's a little hard to read with this type of font style. Not completely hard, but you know, eh. And use code first order for 10% off your purchase. Okay, again, we're not critiquing this, we're critiquing photos, but that kind of, I'm not 100% thrilled with it. Okay. Oh, she sells planner stickers. All right. So looking here, I'm immediately attracted to these photos. Looks like these stickers are in the planners. So I know these are planner stickers. So it's within context. The photos itself, it looks like she took her own photos, which is fine, which is great. The color is right. It's attractive. The crop is good for the most part. Looking down here, these not so much. The whites are not white. They're actually grayish blue. So there could be some color correcting in these, but I absolutely love the field of depth of field here, where there's a blurry background and the focus, which is her planner stickers, are in focus. Okay, I absolutely love that method, I guess, technique. It works really well in several different markets, particularly jewelry. Okay. And so looking down here, looks like she uses the same, give or take, photo. And if I'm not mistaken, she either takes new photos all the time or uses stock ones. If you don't use stock ones, I would highly recommend making your own stock photos and then photoshopping these designs on the paper, the blank paper, okay? It'll probably make it a lot more easier for you to get new items out. And so let's see here. Again, these are all similar photos, so and they're attractive. I only mentioned a few different things I would do. Oh, love the personalization. The light is kind of harsh here, but I'm not completely hating it. I'd recommend I mean, I don't know what light source is on this side, but if you, I mean, get rid of it or tone it down by putting either parchment paper there, tissue paper to get the light to be more softer. But maybe she did it because she wants to show some of the highlight in this rose gold type of personalization, but it doesn't actually show the highlight that well. So I'm not sure if that was successful. Going down here, again, the lighting is off in this photo, but I'm going to give her a break because most of her photos are okay. Again, the lighting is harsh here. This could be zoomed in a little bit more. Let me take a look at this photo. Yeah, it could definitely be zoomed in a little bit more. And just to be honest, I think I don't know, I'm not happy with the transfer or the product itself. It almost looks like it's gonna fall off. I'm not sure if you guys can see this on this video. That's concerning to me. And it almost looks like these are cut haphazardly, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case. I'm not sure if it has, you know, sharp edges. I think it has, you know, not so sharp edges, and which could be problematic for the buyer, thinking that it's not a quality product. And that's it. So, I mean, this was really simple to go through because most photos are okay. I definitely recommend looking into making your harsh light less harsh. That's definite. And I think earlier some of your whites were not white enough. And so again, I posted a link down below a video how I show you how to do Photoshop editing with this common issue. Make sure you check it out, okay? I think I'm gonna do one more really quick. This person sells pillows because the website name is pillowgallery.com. And it's Etsy shop as well. Boom, save 15% off your first purchase. Sign up here. Love it because it stands out. I'd like to see it more branded, but I'm okay with this because the person immediately sees save 15% off when they go to the shop. Again, I'm not critiquing that. I just like to point it out. But love this shop icon photo. Very, very attractive. However, when I go down here, some of them are not so attractive, okay? like this white is not white enough. Again, some photo editing could really fix it. But something like this, these don't do well on their own. These need to be in context. These need to be on a couch or something of the sort that really makes it stand out. You don't have multiple couches in your house. I get that. I currently have this really nice dark gray. This would look great on it. In fact, this would look great on it. But I would highly recommend either you do this, you get a whole bunch of pillows and go to several of your friends' houses. I don't know. I know that sounds crazy, but it's probably really important, you know? I never tried this, but maybe you could ask a local furniture store if you could take some pictures there. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's just another idea. But your friend's couches is more than likely the best option, okay? This pillow is not set up right. You can see that it looks like it was just haphazardly thrown there. The fur on them, I know it's supposed to be like freeing and whatever. So I'm not completely mad at the grain, not the grain, the direction of the fur here. This one blends into the background, no go. This one stands out, but this is a very particular pillow, and I'm not sure if it really matches with that couch, but that's just my personal opinion, so ignore that. Some of your photos are not really bright enough. This one is not, and I could easily tell that your white is not white. And a few others, but I'll stop picking on your white's not white. You know that now, okay? You know, the crop on these photos is not really forgiving. I really recommend that you not crop it so deeply. And again, put these pillows in context. It is really, really important. People want to envision this beautiful pillow in their home. In order to do that, they have to see it in a very attractive setting. Not completely the whole setting, but similar to, let me show you here. Similar to this. You see how it's like a little simple setting and you could kind of see the couch like that. And again, your couch doesn't work for every single pillow option you have. I completely understand, but this is just the name of the game you're in, you know? Now, moving on, again, this helps with conversions. Doesn't mean nobody's going to actually purchase your product, but this helps with conversions. Again, your shadows are off here. You know, it's not bright enough, this photo. This photo looks blurry. I'm glad that your hairy photos, like, you know, the pillow that has hair on it, or fur, they're sharp enough, which I like. I have not seen a blurry one yet. This one's obviously important to be sharp. It works out well, but what a beautiful pillow and not a beautiful photo, not a beautiful setting. Okay, again, figure out how you're going to get a better setting for your pillows. I highly recommend it, okay, because this is not going to cut it. There are some people who could actually Photoshop their, you know, photos, their pillows on actual setting. Usually you would buy a stock photo that is a you know, couch or living room. You could buy many of them for different colors, and they have a pillow on there. And what you could do is take a frontal photo pillow, of your pillow, which is like this orange one here, and then you could use a little Photoshop skills to pretty much slap it into that photo without it looking fake, okay? Because there's still shadows in there and etc. It requires a little bit more work, but it's worth learning. If you're like Dalia, I don't have friends to get pictures of pillows, or I can't go to their houses or whatever, then it might be worth learning, okay? So let's see here. And again, that's really the feedback for every one of these, okay? So here's the thing, guys. I'm going to end this, you know, video right now, and I feel like there's so much more I haven't covered with photos. And so what I recommend down below, please comment your shop name. Put the link. This is where you're actually allowed to put the shop link. Because just in case you don't know this, if you're in my Facebook group, we don't allow shop links or shop names. But down below, please go ahead and post it. And then I will do a follow-up video. I feel like there's more, you know, points and, you know, helpful advice I could have hit, but I didn't do that much of a variety of items, okay? So there were some that I think you'll find helpful within this video, but there's plenty more to go over. So post down below and I'll make another video to critique your online shop photos. It doesn't have to be just be Etsy. It could be Etsy, Amazon.com, anywhere. I want to look at your photos and give you kind of several points that could help you improve them. Okay, guys? Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this to help you with your online shop, whether it be, like I said, photos, traffic, anything, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notifications bell. And that's it. Okay, guys? Bye.